choose to call home.
Call Douglas and Lanier, your local Erie agents, at 811 Faulkner Springs Road, McMinnville, at 931-474-0044.
Considering that new Ford vehicle? Now is the time. Don't delay. At Ed Rogers Valley Ford, save now with the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event before the tariffs hit. Swing by and take a test drive this week. Ed Rogers has a full lineup of inventory. What's your favorite? Mustangs? A Ford Bronco? Ed Rogers Valley Ford can put you inside your new Ford F-150, Ford Mavericks, in stock and ready for your garage. Now is the best time to buy with Ford Employee Pricing. Plus, buy now before the tariffs begin. Every vehicle is tariff-free with Ford Motor Company Employee Pricing. You don't want to wait any longer. See the Ford of your choice this week and take a test drive. 111 Auto Lane, Sparta, just off Highway 111. Or see the current in-stock inventory at EdRogersValleyFord.com. Save now on the new car, truck, or SUV you need before the tariffs. From Ed Rogers Valley Ford, 30 years serving the Upper Cumberland with that friendly hometown feel.
Oh, why won't this work?
Don't lose your cool. Call Black's Heating and Air for a preseason check-in service on your central air conditioning system. It can increase the life and dependability of your unit while reducing the chances of a very sticky situation.
Unbelievable!
Get that air conditioner checked now.
This is Benny Black.
And this is Seth Black with Black's Heating and Air.
Call today, 931-668-0785.
Benny's slogan at Black's Heating and Air is, once you've had Black, you won't go back.
Mention this ad and you can get a discount.
From the WBMC studio in McMinnville, Tennessee, you're listening to Town Talk with your host, Raven Young.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today and getting your beautiful Tuesday started. My name is Raven Young. Thanks for listening to us, whether you're on Facebook, the radio, YouTube, however you're here. We appreciate you being here with us. And I am kind of flying solo today. Abby is not feeling well, so I really do hope that she has a speedy recovery. And I'm not sure who we have in the producer booth there.
Not Walter Cronkite.
So it's not Connor Winton, but it's also not Walter Cronkite. Okay.
It is not.
So who do we have today?
Who knows?
Okay. Just, you're here.
I'm just here.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. I appreciate it because I don't think that I could run this show completely solo. I do not have that confidence in myself to be able to do all of the button pressing and computer and all the stuff over there that I have no clue how it works. So I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's what helps me make my car payments. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you do at least choose to continue to be here every day,
that is
too.
True.
So I appreciate that. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks, all of our listeners. I do want to say also a big thank you to Security Federal Savings Bank for being such a great sponsor of Town Talk. If you need help with a car, home, or personal loan, the process can be made easy at Security Federal Savings Bank. Please call Meredith Woodley or any of the lending team members. They will answer your questions to make the process easy. Security Federal Savings Bank, the friendliest bank in town, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Thank you, Security Federal, for everything that you do for our community and for being such a great sponsor of Main Street Media, WBMC, Town Talk, all of it. We really appreciate you. So, Connor, normally I'll ask Abby what she did yesterday, but since Abby's not in today, what did you do yesterday?
Well, let's see. I came in.
You worked.
You worked. I did some shows. And then I went home, watched the dogs.
Okay.
We watched one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, that's a big statement. What is that?
Con Air with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I haven't ever seen that.
You've never seen Con Air?
No. What did you watch it on, or do you have it?
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Okay. Maybe I'll try to add that to my list.
I had not seen it in probably like 14, 15 years.
When was it made?
94?
Con Air movie.
96?
97. It's an action and crime movie that is 2 hours and 3 minutes long. Huh.
It's got Nicolas Cage doing a Southern accent
of
some sort.
Look, it has a bunch of people in it. Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, Steve Buscemi, let's see.
John Malkovich.
Danny Trejo, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, there's a bunch of people in that one. John Malkovich. Who is that? John Malkovich.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
I recognize him, but I'm not sure from what. Let's go to his discography or movieography or whatever it's called.
Filmography.
There you go.
It's one of the words. You would have gotten it.
Eventually. Let's see. It just has career. It doesn't list out all his movies. You know any other movies he's in? Malkovich.
I know he's in that one movie called Being John Malkovich.
Haven't seen that one either. Okay, well. Con Air. Okay, maybe I'll watch it. It's on Hulu. Thanks for the recommendation.
It knows exactly what it is.
Well, it's a Nicolas Cage movie. So,
but this was even before Nicolas Cage was
Nicolas Cage?
truly Nicolas Cage. Right before this, he was still trying to be a serious actor.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think he'd actually, I gotta see when Leaving Las Vegas came out, but I think he'd already been nominated for an Oscar.
What's that one movie or the series of movie National Treasure? Was that?
Oh yeah.
Was that before or after? Because I feel like he was kind of that's a serious kind of movie.
That was well after because that was 2005.
But he was kind of being a 2004, yeah. But he was being a serious actor in that one. So I don't know. Maybe when he got to what's the movie where he's like the flaming skull head thing?
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Yeah, maybe that's when he hit his turning point.
Or
you think it was well before then?
He was always a little strange. Okay, I forgot he did win Best Actor for the movie Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh.
In 95.
So I haven't seen that either.
Maybe he just got the Oscar and was like,
I'm done.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be in every movie ever until eternity.
You know, he owns one of those, it's a pyramid tombstone in one of the New Orleans cemeteries.
I've heard that.
Yeah. So.
He's a strange little guy.
He is a strange man, but all right. If anybody else has watched Con Air in the movie and would recommend it, let us know in the comments here. I don't know that I can just take, I just got a text message. I don't know that I can just take Connor's opinion on that, whether I should watch it, but I did just get a message just saying the movie Con Air made me hate Nicolas Cage for the rest of my life.
Who texted you?
One of my friends.
But here's the thing. You have to go in knowing it's purposefully corny. And it is not a good Southern accent.
Okay.
I'll have to see if I can find clips
So
to play.
Low expectations.
Low expectations.
Okay, got it. Do your dogs like watching movies and TV with you?
So, our youngest dog just likes getting on the couch.
Okay.
And then I don't think she actually pays attention. The other one is just spaced out. So
because when we're gone, sometimes not every day, but sometimes during the day when we're gone, we turn on cartoons for the cats, and they actually watch it.
We do put on dog calming music.
Oh, okay.
In case everybody's left the house.
Oh, okay.
And then give them a bunch of calming chews because they do stress out when everybody leaves.
Oh, gotcha. So they're basically you in dog form.
Yeah. Well, I actually enjoy when everybody leaves because it means there's nobody talking.
I was just more meaning the chews in it, but
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. But when we come back, we've got some Main Street Journal news and actually some Nashville news as well, some Tennessee news, because there's a bunch of stuff happening in Nashville. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news lately, but it's all that was on my feed. So we've got a few things coming up for all of our listeners, so everybody stick with us. We'll be right back.
Years. What an honor to serve our community as Best of the Best nursing home for 10 years in a row. Did you know at NHC Healthcare that we offer a specialty in lymphedema treatment, an option for a short respite stay, and lots of local people to serve you and your family? Stop by and visit us at 928 Old Smithville Road and follow our Facebook page at NHC Healthcare McMinnville to see what really makes us the best of the best.
Lester's Body Shop is located at 212 Old Morrison Road in the West Riverside area. Owner Terry Fowler values all of his customers. He is the best place to take your car, truck, van, or SUV for any type of body work. And one estimate from Lester's is all you need. Friendly, professional, reliable, and dependable. That's Terry and the gang at Lester's Body Shop, 212 Old Morrison Road. Call 473-5421.
Where can you go to spend some quality up-close and personal time alone with none other than 3 Star Cinema? Head over to the most affordable and convenient place in town featuring the latest releases fresh on the silver screen. 3 Star Cinema.
Now showing Mission Impossible Final Reckoning rated PG-13, Lilo and Stitch rated PG, Karate Kid Legends rated PG-13, Ballerina rated R, Final Destination Bloodlines rated R.
Sparta Street, McMinnville. 3 Star Cinema, where the stars come out at night.
At Redmond's Carpet, they offer a wide range of flooring options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the softness of carpet, the durability of hardwood, the versatility of tile, or the affordability of vinyl, we've got you covered. We also offer luxury in vinyl plank LVP for those who want the look of hardwood with added durability. Serving McMinnville since 1969, Redmond's Carpet, 2512 Old Nashville Highway. Call them at 931-668-4900 for your next flooring option. Redmond's Carpet.
Need a pick-me-up? Start your day at the Cafe at Tree City. Open daily from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. They serve rich, bold espresso. Pull to perfection. Pair it with one of their delicious treats for the perfect combo.
Their skilled baristas are passionate about crafting your perfect cup, whether it's a classic latte or a refreshing cold brew. They've got your coffee cravings covered.
Short on time? Order ahead for quick pickup or curbside delivery. Your fresh coffee is just a sip away.
The Cafe at Tree City, your go-to spot for expertly crafted espresso drinks. Wake up, sip up, enjoy.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal, or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Local, national, and everything in between. Here's the news.
Good morning. Welcome back to Town Talk with Raven Young. Thanks for being here with us today and getting your morning kicked off right. We sure do appreciate all of our listeners. And thanks, Connor Winton, for being here as well. Appreciate you.
Always like being appreciated.
Okay, well, I'll try to do that more often. I'll just...
Also, really quick, because I know you've got to get to stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin Hobbs.
Yeah?
I don't know if that's a dig at Raising Arizona or Nicolas Cage in Raising Arizona. It's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, okay. So do you just love Nicolas Cage movies?
I like early Nicolas Cage movies a lot, just because, you could never tell if he was going to be a good actor or not. Because, it was either super good or really bad.
Yeah. Because I don't know that I've even seen that many Nicolas Cage movies other than National Treasure. I haven't seen Raising Arizona. I've never even heard of that.
I've got a drinking game with Nicolas Cage movies. So
of course you do.
I watched a lot of them in college.
Of course you do.
So, especially because one of my last years was COVID.
Uh-huh.
So I had nothing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's
that's so unfortunate for students that went through, their last year of school was COVID year because, it took away everything that made school fun.
Especially, because I didn't realize that I was going to have to do, online.
Yeah, that you actually still had to go do schoolwork and everything.
Yeah, and what's bad about that was, my major is all about socialization. And making connections.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and obviously there's, technical part of it, too, but...
Yeah, but you can't do that. You weren't allowed to do that during COVID.
Was not allowed.
Yeah.
And then even, the last semester that I had...
Mm-hmm.
Was in the fall or summer, and I was still able to go to classes and stuff. But
yeah.
Nobody wanted to go out
to do anything.
Do anything. So
right, because everybody was still scared at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like maybe that COVID is one of the words that should be added to one of the 7 and then become 8 words that we're not allowed to say ever.
Ever again. Giving everybody PTSD.
All right, let's get to some news sponsored by the Main Street Journal. If you are not a subscriber, head on over to www.mainstreetjournal.llc. Click that subscribe button, and all of the information that you could ever want to know about McMinnville, Warren County is right there. So highly recommend to get that subscription. Keeps you up to date on everything. One of the articles on the Journal that I saw first, and we briefly talked about this last week just preemptively, but First Lady Maria Lee visited the Senior Center yesterday. So the McMinnville Warren County Senior Center, this was part of a, it's TN Serves launch to challenge young volunteers. So it's to try and get kids that are kindergarten through 6th grade into the community and volunteering and kind of giving some of their service. And so TN children will serve all summer and log volunteer hours. And then at the end of the summer, the top participants will earn a carnival party at the governor's mansion at the end of the summer. That sounds pretty cool.
It's not bad.
Yeah, carnival party at the governor's mansion. I would.
Have you ever been up that?
I haven't.
Or seen pictures of the governor's mansion and stuff?
No, I should pull that up because I feel like, when it says the word mansion, it sounds like a house that I'm going to like.
Yeah.
So let's just look up a picture of that, of the governor's mansion in Tennessee. It'd help if I wrote or spelled things correctly, but, let's just go to images.
It happens.
Oh, yeah. Very, very pretty. It's humongous. Goodness gracious. Wonder if it tells me how big it is, how many square feet. I don't see that, but yeah, having a carnival party at that house. If you haven't looked at pictures of the governor's mansion, just go to Google real quick because it's gorgeous. Beautiful black and white, checkerboard floor in the entryway with a giant grand staircase, huge dental molding, chandeliers. Like, this thing is awesome. Looks like it'll be a great carnival party for the kids. So
I hope so.
Anyways, that's part of the initiative that First Lady Maria Lee is doing. And Samaritan's Feet was also there yesterday at the event, and they supplied 200 pairs of shoes to seniors at the Warren County Senior Center. So sounds like it was a really great day. I'm sure the Lana Hillis and everybody are appreciative of First Lady Maria Lee, Samaritan's Purse, everybody coming in, all of the kids that are volunteering, to do this because I know Lana works so hard for the senior center out there, and to have some extra support is always much appreciated. So sounds like it was a great event yesterday, though. You got a story you wanted to mention, and then I got a couple of Nashville stories that I'd talk about, too.
I do, if I can get my phone to cooperate.
Okay,
So we've all seen people are a little upset in L.A., and Minneapolis, and Miami, and a few other cities I can't remember right now.
Okay.
San Antonio is one of them, too.
Ooh, I'm going to San Antonio in August.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Yeah. I think San Antonio. Yeah, that sounds right.
And whenever there's demonstrations,
yeah,
press typically attends.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lauren Tomasai, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly.
Yeah, I have
she's
no
from
idea.
Australia. Maybe it's pronounced weird. Who knows?
I don't necessarily think it's pronounced weird. It's just probably pronounced with an accent.
Which would be funny. And she works for 9 News of Australia.
Okay.
A CNN affiliate. She was reporting on these demonstrations and was shot with a rubber bullet.
A rubber bullet?
By police while filming her segment.
Oh.
Off to the side of the crosswalk, not in the demonstration.
I would imagine that a rubber bullet still really hurts.
It is a less lethal round.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
It's not non-lethal.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on where you get shot with it. Anything could be lethal.
It is.
And especially at that force coming out of a gun.
Incredibly painful.
Yeah.
And especially depending on where you get shot.
What were the demonstrations for again?
This was over the ICE raids.
ICE raids. Gotcha. Okay.
And so, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Maybe if you see somebody that has a big thing that says PRESS, ISS. Don't fire at them.
Yeah.
Like, I know sometimes it's hard to read.
Well,
no one likes doing it all the time.
I will say sometimes in those demonstrations and stuff too, things are absolutely insane. Obviously, if you're going to shoot anybody, you need to make sure that it is warranted, that you have you don't just go shooting anybody with a gun. I mean, ever, period. But I will say that sometimes things get heated at those movements. There's a lot of chaos, and but I guess in that instance, the police do need to be making sure that they are extra aware of what's going on so that incidents like that don't happen.
But in a time where it was a cool down, and she was actually reporting with like a big shirt that says press on the back.
Yeah, I haven't seen the footage or anything for that.
Filming her, and she's holding a microphone.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Yeah. Was there any statement released or anything that says why it happened or how it happened?
No. Agency wants to take culpability for it.
Of course.
So CHP, LAPD, LA County Sheriff's Department, and Homeland Security, they're all like, ugh.
Not me.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Gotcha. That is very unfortunate. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay.
And there's also been, I think it's 15 other journalists have also been hit with less than lethal tear gas or pepper spray.
Yeah.
For just trying to cover a protest. I'm pretty sure there's, those pesky amendments that we have. I'm pretty sure there's one of them that talks about freedom of press, but what do I know?
Well, and the comment from JC in the Facebook feed, just talking about security at the mall yesterday, you would have thought the president was here. So, which First Lady is kind of a big deal for Tennessee. But security related to your event or your topic as well is, I guess, security is heightened, probably. There was also a comment. Until you can get some people to work, they should leave the immigrants alone. They work. I don't know if I want to get into that topic
I can't.
But because I will say that the Hispanic population, a lot of them that I have employed that are here legally, because there's a lot of the Hispanic population in the construction industry, in the nursery industry, just across the board. They work so hard. They
Incredibly
work
hard.
harder than anybody I've ever met, and will work as many hours as you will let them. I know some guys in the nursery will work 80 hours if you'll let them, so they want to work. They want to be here to work. And there's a lot of, I guess, other individuals within our country that maybe were born here and they don't have that same work ethic. And so that is really sad, because I don't want to see the guys that want to actually be here to work, create a good life, and they do still pay taxes in some degree. With they're buying gas here, they're buying groceries here, you know, all the stuff. And I don't want to see people that are here just trying to make a better life and actually contributing to the betterment of our country to be deported just because there are people that have come here illegally that are, whether they're selling drugs or they're doing something, because there are some of the bad ones as well, but there's a lot of good ones.
And I feel like that's the majority. I mean, it's the same for people here.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, there's lots of Americans that like go every day, go to work,
try
to make a living, pay their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the ones that, are selling drugs and making drugs and whatever.
They're still here legally, but,
and so it's one of those, and especially like, I don't want to get into politics on the show, but like a lot of people were like, well, he campaigned on getting rid of the bad ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I wish there was a way, because it's incredibly difficult for the immigrants who have come here and do want to work and are doing good that aren't doing the bad stuff. Because I do think we need to get rid of the guys that are bringing drugs into the country, sex trafficking. Like, we don't need those people here.
We shouldn't indiscriminately just blanket.
I agree. We should not blanket everybody and say they're all bad because of them. I wish that it was easier for some of the guys that are coming here to work to get legal status,
Like,
though,
or
because
even
it's
those
incredibly.
H2A and H2, what is it, HT?
H2A is the
Agriculture,
agriculture.
and then H2C is construction.
H2B is construction. Yeah. Like a lot of those guys are coming here and they really want to work and they want to have a better life, which of course they're coming here legally and they do have to go back for a period of time. But there's all sorts of requirements that then the business owner that is bringing those guys in has to meet. And there's a lot of red tape with it. But sometimes it's really incredibly difficult to get the citizenship. And I mean, I don't
It's
think
also a costly process.
yeah,
that
I don't think it's
people
be
understand.
so easy that just everybody can do it, and that again then opens the door for more bad guys. But I just wish it was easier for us to have to make it so that the good guys could come here and work and create a
And
good life.
That's what should happen.
Yeah, it's
Versus
a real
us-
it's a tough situation, like all the way. I'm glad that I'm not making the decisions on stuff for that, but I don't know.
We have to quit creating an us versus them
Yeah.
mentality on every single front, because now we've got like blanket discrimination.
Yeah, there he
and,
is.
Like, mistakes are happening at a pretty decent rate. That's like, this should not be happening.
Yeah.
This needs to be checked and monitored.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, I wasn't intending on getting into that conversation this morning, but that's okay. But let's take a quick break, because when we come back, we are going to need to talk with Miss Kava, and we can always catch up on a couple of these other stories a little bit later in the show, because we got plenty of shows still coming up for you with everybody on Town Talk. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Running down his nose. Greasy fingers smearing shabby.
As business owners, we understand the importance of attracting and retaining top talent.
Offering a comprehensive retirement plan can make all the difference for your employees.
You're not just creating a plan, you're giving your team the tools to secure their future.
A retirement plan not only strengthens your team, but also shows your commitment to their long-term success.
At Pure Wealth Partners, we're fiduciaries, which means we prioritize your best interest.
We'll sit down with you to craft a tailored retirement plan that meets your company's unique needs.
Located right here in McMinnville, we're committed to our community.
No 800 numbers here. Call us directly at 931-507-7873.
Or visit purewealthpartners.com. Pure Wealth Partners, your local partner in financial success. Securities and Retirement Plan Consulting Program advisory services offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Private Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Private Advisor Group and Pure Wealth Partners are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This Father's Day, Pop Rocks and the Simmons Says Show want to know what makes your dad great.
I love my dad. He's the best.
We're celebrating dads the best way we know how with your stories and awesome prizes. Just post on Facebook and tell us why your dad is one of a kind. Include a photo if you want. And then don't forget to tag the Simmons Says Show. Each day of the week of Father's Day, Jeff Simmons will read selected posts on the air, and the daily winners will score amazing prizes from Morrison Hardware, the Hitch Outfitters, Crisp Springs Fireworks, The Butcher on Main, and Pioneer Building Supply. And one lucky winner will walk away with the grand prize, an $899 Blackstone grill from Ace Hardware in McMinnville. Tune in to Simmons Says at 9 a.m. on June 13th when Jeff and his dad pick the ultimate Father's Day winner.
Yeah, that is great.
Celebrate your dad and win big with Pop Rocks and the Simmons Says Show on Talk Radio 99.7 WBMC.
Is your ride ready for summer? Get a synthetic blend oil change from Reddick Brown Ford right now at mainstreetshopper.llc for up to 50% off. While you're there, grab gift certificates to Old Oak Mercantile, The Crouch House, and Southern Traditions Gifts. All from trusted local favorites and all for less. Shop local. Shop big. Visit mainstreetshopper.llc today.
This is Chris of Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, where we believe buying a car should be simple. No hassle, no pressure, just honest deals and friendly service. From test drive to drive home, we make the process easy because our customers come first. Need service? We've got you covered with our complimentary pickup and delivery. Reddick Brown Ford, where the customer comes first and business is done the easy way. Simple, honest, and for you. Visit us in Morrison or online at reddickbrownford.com.
It's raining, raining, raining here this morning. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. And there was thunder, thunder over Thunder Road.
The best way to start your day. Kiva Starkey reporting live from the Safley Hollow Weather Center.
Good morning, Miss Kiva.
Good morning.
Man, I'm glad to hear your voice.
Well, I'm still not feeling the best, but I thought I'd call y'all anyway.
Well, I'm glad that you did, and I hope after a couple of days of rest, maybe you'll be back to your normal self.
Yeah, I'm just tired and exhausted. And,
I understand that, but I do appreciate you giving us a call this morning.
well, I told my husband, I said, I'm calling the weather, and then I'll lay back down for a while.
Okay. Well, we'll be quick then, so you can have some time to rest for sure.
Well, you're fine. Our high yesterday was 85.
Okay.
Last year on today it was 82. 2 years ago it was 87, and 3 years ago it was 82.
Okay.
And our low this morning was 65.
All right, and it looks like we got a high of 70 or a high of 80 predicted for today. So I guess we'll see how high it actually gets.
Well, do you want to guess the rain?
Oh, for just yesterday?
Well, no, this is since Friday.
Oh gosh, I don't even want to try that because it flooded everything over the weekend. So it was a massive amount of rain. I think yesterday we had like 0.56 on our weather station last night that I saw. But gosh, for the weekend, let's just go 1.8 inches, or since the weekend, I guess.
Well, we had 1.48 on Friday.
Oh, so it's way more.
1.18 on 1.10 on Saturday.
Okay.
2.1 on Sunday, 3.1 yesterday, and 0.09 since midnight today, which is...
You had 3 inches of rain yesterday?
0.09.
0.09. I'm sorry. Gotcha. Okay.
We've had a total of 3.19.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. I misunderstood.
Since Friday.
Well.
And the airport has had 2.54.
Okay. Oh, so you've had a little bit more out your way. Surprising.
Yeah, we've got more than the airport this time.
Yeah, it definitely rained a lot over the weekend.
Yeah, Friday it come 2 or 3 just heavy downpours.
Yeah, well, that's why we had to cancel Main Street Live on Friday because it was just too much rain, too many storms coming through.
Yeah, because you didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. But, it looks like we're going to have some great weather today and tomorrow and mostly Thursday, too. So...
Yeah, but I think the rain's supposed to come back in this weekend.
Yeah, right now mine is showing like a 50% chance on Friday. Of course, that could still change. Saturday and Sunday, it's looking like it's going back into storms, though, so over the weekend. But you know what? If I can get 3 solid days, today, tomorrow, and Thursday, of no rain, fingers crossed, my elevator section is going to be... It's going to be waterproofed, and we can actually continue on. So hopefully I won't have more flooding inside the building after the next couple of days. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be nice.
Yeah. So I appreciate you putting in that good word for us, there to get us a couple of days of good weather. That's much appreciated, Miss Kiva.
Yeah, and out there at the surgery center, the receptionist, as soon as I walked in, she said, Miss Kiva, and I walked up there, and she said, I listen to you every morning.
Oh, good. Did you hear, were you listening yesterday morning?
No.
So there was, on Friday, when we were talking about, or for Main Street McMinnville, we were, trying to decide about Main Street Live and what the weather was going to do. We were going back and forth. And one of our sound guy, Trent, he actually asked, he said, does Raven have some kind of high accuracy radar or prediction system that she can use to tell the weather? And I said, the system's name is Miss Kava.
But
So-
they took good care of me out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, good. I think Paula Lynn works out there at the surgery center. Is that who you were talking to?
I don't know. It was one that, signed you in.
Yeah, I think that might have been Paula Lynn. I think she works
May
at the
have
front
been,
desk
but
there.
Anyway, when I got up there and was answering a question, she said, I listen to you every morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that might be Miss Paula. So.
Yeah. So we know somebody's listening.
Hey, we've at least got a couple listeners, and appreciate everybody that does listen to us and lets us continue to do this every day. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep doing it as long as I'm able to.
Well, we appreciate you, Miss Kava, but is there anything else you'd like to add? I'd like to, let you go a little early so you can get back to resting.
No, I don't reckon there's anything.
Okay.
Not any weather episodes or anything.
All right. Well, we're just going to enjoy this sunshine for a couple of days. And, it might be, I know a lot of times when I feel kind of cruddy, if I just go sit outside for a little bit, just the sun and, it just makes you feel better.
Yeah.
So, maybe you can get you a little bit of fresh air for a little bit and then get you some rest too, because that's important.
Yeah. But I will talk to you in the morning.
All right. Thanks, Miss Kava. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, that was Miss Kava with her weather update. I sure do appreciate her giving us a call. I know she wasn't feeling great, but thank you, Miss Kava, for being here with us anyways.
That's dedication.
Dedication to a $0.0 paying job.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I don't have that amount of dedication.
I know. I think everybody should take note of Miss Kava. Even Connor.
You hear that, Abby?
Oh, I was more referencing that to you, Connor, but Abby is not feeling well.
Oh, I know.
It is just the
I'm
it's
glad if you're sick
Yeah.
and you may be contagious,
Mhm.
please don't go to work and get
Yeah.
other people sick.
Luckily, you're in the booth in there, so I think you're pretty contained, but from catching anything. But agreed. Because we had to do that. Oh,
Yeah.
Not last week, but week before last, because I couldn't talk either. It's just the
It's
crud
just-
that's going around.
It's a
and
courtesy to everybody else around you.
It is. I hope that Abby recovers soon and feels better. I hope Miss Kava recovers. I just want everybody to feel better. And, Dana, I do sure miss my sweet Abby this morning. We miss her too. But I tell you what, let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to have Swap and Shop because it is Tuesday and it's almost 7:45. So Swap and Shop, you can give us a call, 931-473-9383 if you'd like to add something to the list. We do have a couple of things on the clipboard. So we'll be right back with more Town Talk.
We got news for you. You better listen. Get ready, all you lonely girls, and leave those umbrellas at home. All right. It's rising.
Ascension St. Thomas River Park is here to listen to you because caring for you is our #1 priority. Ascension care teams start by understanding you, your health, and your life to deliver care that's right for you. Now offering cardiac CT angiography services, a non-invasive cardiac exam that looks at the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart and can detect if plaque has narrowed the coronary arteries. The compassionate, personalized care you've come to expect is right here in McMinnville. We're more than just a hospital, ER, and a clinic. We want to give you hope, health, and strength.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. Let me, Sabrina Keaton, help you turn your life goals into accomplishments. Here at Security Federal Savings Bank, we can assist you with buying a car, debt consolidation, purchasing a home, or remodeling your current home. Whatever your needs are, we will keep it simple at Security Federal Savings Bank. We look forward to serving you and building relationships that last generations. Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
McMinnville, you're a part of me. McMinnville, Tennessee. There's nothing like you anywhere around. I'm proud to say you're my hometown.
This is Christy Partain with Graves Family Pharmacy, and we check all the boxes when it comes to family, community, and patient care. We have the best drive-thru in town where you will be greeted with a smile, and you can talk to us while being fully protected from the sun and the rain. Why go to a big box store when you can talk with local people that truly care about you and your family? Follow us on Facebook and feel free to ask questions. Come see us on Main Street at Graves Family Pharmacy, where you are much more than just a name and date of birth.
McMinnville, Tennessee.
Douglas and Lanier, that's where I choose to be. Douglas and Lanier, that's the agency for me.
For rock-solid insurance coverage or sound financial planning for my family's future, Douglas and Lanier is where I choose to call home.
Call Douglas and Lanier, your local Erie agents, at 811 Faulkner Springs Road, McMinnville, at 931-474-0044.
Did you know that NHC was the first Medicare-certified home health care agency in Tennessee? NHC Home Care has been committed to providing exceptional care. The reason for our success, we hire great clinicians who go above and beyond for our patients. And one of those is Jamie Harriman. Jamie has been practicing for over 32 years. When asked what she loves most about her job, she stated, seeing my patients get better and gain their independence back. So remember, when you need home health care services, ask for NHC Home Care and experience the NHC difference, serving you for over 50 years.
Buy, sell, or trade. Let's get to it. This is Swap and Shop.
Good morning. Welcome back to Town Talk with Raven Young. It is time for Swap and Shop. So give us a call, 931-473-9383, if you would like to add something to Swap and Shop. We do have several things on the clipboard. A couple of new items. So let's see. First, we have for Swap and Shop an oak dining table. $200, has 6 chairs and a leaf. Leather couch and matching recliner is $400. This is a moving sale. Looks like we also have a Whirlpool washer. Auto sensing is 3 years old for $100. If you are interested in any of those items, you can give David Ray a call at 931-314-0422. For any of those items. We also have another Swap and Shop item. Have some antique furniture that I need to get rid of. Also selling the house. Prices are negotiable. Call 931-815-2877 or 931-473-7128 if you are interested in some antique furniture items. That may be one that I need to go hit up. We also have someone still looking for want to buy a large boombox with cassette and CD and detachable speakers. Also must have a handle on top for carrying, must be in totally perfect condition and priced reasonable. Please phone 668-9573 and leave a message with name and phone number. Then we also have Miss Paula Lynn, who I was just talking about to Miss Kava there. Paula Lynn is having an estate sale, looks like Thursday, June 12th, Friday, June 13th, starting at 9 a.m., no early pricing, but it will be at 141 Ray Cemetery Road in Sparta. So just a little bit to our neighbors over there, although we have a sister station in Sparta, Connor. Didn't you know?
We do.
The Mullet and what's the other one?
The Yurt.
The Yurt, yes. So
WSMT and WTZX.
Okay, there you go. Sister stations over in Sparta. So you could listen to them when you go to Paula Lynn's estate sale. She has some pictures on her Facebook post as well. Lots of furniture. I mean, there's a gorgeous antique roll top desk that very, very pretty. Some, dressers, chest of drawers. There's some corner china cabinets. Ooh, cool old school desk like that you would have seen in, I don't know, like the 20s or something, like an old school style desk with
a writing desk or a
like a student desk. Sorry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's a hutch. There's a dining table and chairs as well. Some furniture, big chair. Oh man, there's all sorts of stuff. So go to Paula Lynn's page. You can see oh, wow, those draperies are something.
So how much are they selling Chester's drawers for?
Not Chester's drawers.
Okay, I was so concerned.
Of drawers. Sorry.
I was like, who's Chester and why are they selling his underwear?
Probably did say that a little too fast and it came out Chester. Yeah.
Okay.
But chest of drawers.
Yeah.
There you go. I wish that I could show you a picture of these draperies at the moment, Connor. these would have been so expensive. Like these are
Back forever ago.
Yeah, they have the ruffles on them and everything. Although they could really, I bet that's some really nice fabric on them. And I will say that's what I like to do because sometimes you just can't like a lot of curtains and draperies like that. People don't want like if it's a floral pattern, which is this is just a solid one. But if you take them, sometimes I'll just use them for the fabric and use them for other purposes, not necessarily draperies, because that stuff is made with really high-end fabric. So, you know, there's a little tip for you. If you don't want to use them as curtains, then use them for something else. Who knows? Lots of cool little figurines. Oh, there's a really scary Santa-looking figurine. But anyway, so if you're interested in going to an estate sale, it's one of my favorite things to do. Not that I've had time to recently, but 141 Ray Cemetery Road in Sparta, Thursday, June 12th and Friday, June 13th, 9 a.m. So Miss Paula Lynn, there you go.
Go get a scary Santa.
He was like a little one that you set on a shelf or something.
Is
but
it made with like the ceramic face?
Let me just go back to it. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna send you a picture because it was a little scary. But you know what? Some of that old stuff is kind of like that, you know. I don't know. It's just made differently, and it's a little terrifying.
Yeah, that's when we moved into my grandparents' house, and they had a bunch of ceramic baby dolls.
Oh yeah, those are creepy.
Set up in the attic for.
That's even scarier that they're in the attic.
Well, like they got moved back down, but like.
I know, but when you walk up the creepy stairs that you have to pull down and you poke your head up and there's all these baby dolls like staring at you.
This was nice. It was like an actual steps that were built into the house.
Gotcha.
Great.
Still.
But the lead paint, I believe it started to chip off. I'm pretty sure it was lead. Somebody must have thought it was really tasty because they'd been picking at it for a while.
Yeah.
So
you see the Santa Claus?
I just now got.
Yeah.
Well, he's not that creepy.
Look at his face. Zoom in on that.
He just looks like he's been working a long day.
He looks like he's been working in the coal mines is what he looks like. Yeah, the rest of him isn't so scary. I mean, but his little face there is little.
He does look like it's twofold. It's either like the really nice postman, or like the guy that drives in a cargo van and picks up the children.
Oh,
Those are the two options you get with that Santa.
Okay. Although that's not generally what Santa does.
I know, but because that Santa just looks like a postman or a pedo.
The postman, you're kind of accurate in that one. But yeah, so if you're interested, you can always go on Facebook and see what we're talking about for yourself there. But you are welcome to give us a call. We do Swap and Shop every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:45. Our phone number is 931-473-9383. If you'd just like to call in and chat with us, we'd be happy to take your call as well. Or at least, Connor will talk to you. So, yeah. And sometimes he'll transfer you over to talk to me. We'll see.
And also, speaking of, to everybody watching it on the Facebook, I'm human. I make mistakes. But if you could let me know that I just had the Be Right Back screen up.
Wait, what?
I had the Be Right Back screen up the last few minutes.
Oh, gotcha. So you couldn't see my face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or your Walter Cronkite face.
They were probably happier that they couldn't see my face, which they still can't. So
there you go.
It'll never happen.
Well, the Swap and Shop segment, we are sponsored by the Main Street Shopper. So if you don't know what the Main Street Shopper is, it is a website, www.mainstreetshopper.llc. So we try to keep it super easy. Main Street Journal, Main Street Shopper, Main Street Media, all stay in the family there.
Main Street Pharmaceuticals, name change coming soon.
Oh, okay. Is that your business, Connor?
Yeah, that'll be my business.
Okay, got it. But you can go to the mainstreetshopper.llc, and there are all sorts of deals there for all of our listeners. So one of the first ones that pops up, Beach Party at Class at Pottery Art Cafe. It is a $95 value, and it is for sale for $50. So it is a gift certificate. I'm going to click on that and see if it has a little bit more information on it. It says, let your child's imagination run wild at our fun-filled 3-day Beach Party Art Class, June 10th through 12th for ages 4 to 6. Your young artist will explore new techniques, make new friends, and create masterpieces they'll be proud of. Our camp is designed for all skill levels, ensuring every child's artistic journey is inspiring and memorable. So you can buy that certificate on the Main Street Shopper. Let's see, there's also a Jungle Jam art class at Pottery Art Cafe, so a different class. And there's pretty pictures on the website here. So highly recommend go check that out, especially it's summer. If your kids are really kind of needing something to do, you want to get them, into being creative for a couple of hours. There you go. It's taken care of. Also, Namaste Wellness and Aesthetics Laser Hair Removal. It looks like it is a $510 value for sale for $225. Is Namaste sponsor of Sports Authority there?
It is.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Maybe they need to be a sponsor of Town Talk. We need to steal some sponsors.
Because currently they sponsor Town Talk or Sports Authority with their low T clinic.
Yes, that's what it is. But this is a $510 gift certificate, is good for 6 treatment sessions for underarm laser hair removal at Namaste Wellness and Aesthetics. There you go. I don't know if you need that. It's a really good deal. I mean, half off there. Let's see. Southern Traditions Gifts and Interiors, a $50 gift certificate purchased for $35. I'll tell you what, Dale has some beautiful things down there. Or even if you're looking to, I know a lot of people will go and register for their wedding registry at Southern Traditions. So you can go down there and register for china or gifts or whatever it is. But you can purchase these gift certificates and give them as a gift. You don't necessarily have to spend them, or you can keep them because it's a good deal either way for you. But if you're looking for a wedding gift for someone, Southern Traditions, that might be a great option for you. But Main Street Shopper has all sorts of featured products there. So head on over to www.mainstreetshopper.llc. They are our great sponsor for Swap and Shop. All right. Our screen's froze, Connor.
Oh.
If you wouldn't mind to...
I will fix that.
Thanks. But if we will do Swap and Shop again on Thursday at 7:45, so you are always welcome to give us a call, 931-473-9383. Or if you submit something in writing, as our clipboard items have been submitted in writing, that is, you are able to send that to raven@mainstreetmedia.llc, and I will see it there. I'm trying to get better about checking that email address. So I did check it yesterday, and we didn't have anything.
Don't you have an intern?
Well, I have an intern for my design business.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Not an intern for my radio side part-time gig.
You don't be like Jeff and just have an intern?
For whatever.
Yeah.
She is with me 3 days a week because she's doing it part-time, and she has another full-time other part-time job as well. But so she hasn't been with me yesterday or today, so she'll be here tomorrow through the end of the week. So she actually is going to be at she's going to be at our bike bar class on Friday.
Oh.
I'm not sure if she'll be at Bungee because it's after, it's at 5. So I don't know if she'll be at Bungee on Thursday or not, but she may. Who knows? We'll have to see. But she'll do whatever I ask her to, but I have enough work-related things at my other job to keep her pretty busy. So, although putting her in charge of checking this email wouldn't be a bad idea. But you can email me those. You can also drop them off at 230 West Colville Street here in downtown McMinnville, or at our reception desk. You can put it in the mailbox, whatever's most convenient for you. So if you want to add something to Swap and Shop, it is kind of like yard sale, estate sale season right now. So I know a lot of people are looking to get rid of some stuff. So,
and even though DM Simpson says it during every single one of his ads,
yeah,
it is quite literally about to be auction time, especially spring, and summertime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're going to be seeing quite a few auctions.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot more signs and stuff going up. I always look at them to see, because sometimes it's just selling a house or something, and I'm not always super, but if they're like selling the total estate and they have stuff, I like looking at that kind of thing. I'm always about a good deal. So here we are. But all right. Well, Connor, we got a couple of minutes left. Maybe I can have a little bit of time just to go over one of the stories that I missed in the news. You think that'd be okay if I do that real quick?
We've got time.
Okay. So I saw this. It happened early this morning, but a Nashville parking garage collapsed. So kind of terrifying. But it was a garage that was on 6th Avenue, parking garage that is connected to the Renaissance Hotel. Says that there was a fire that started on the 3rd floor. It suffered significant damage 3rd floor through 6th floor. But the most serious damage was when the 5th floor collapsed onto the 3rd and 4th floor. So it collapsed and fell all the way through, damaged a lot of vehicles and that kind of thing. Significant damage was suffered. There's no update on the cause yet. They are still investigating. And of course, the garage will be closed for a significant period of time until the engineers are able to come in and assess the damage. So, being an engineer for that kind of thing is a pretty serious job because, the health and safety and welfare of people is at stake.
And you're having to figure out how to keep all that weight.
Yeah.
Holding, because I don't know, that's a really big parking garage.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, so, I mean, you've got a bunch of cars in there.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I do want to make a bet right now.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. We aren't a betting. This isn't the betting hour. That's on Simmons Says.
Oh, well.
Okay, go for it.
Who wants to know, I want it $5. It was a Tesla that caught fire. Either by its own devices or someone else's.
Maybe. It did say a lot of the vehicles that were there were actually city vehicles, like the street cleaning trucks and stuff that are parked there overnight. So I don't know if any of them are electric or not.
I
but
wouldn't think so.
You never know. It could have been a Tesla. Guess we'll see.
It
didn't say what the cause was yet, so I'll keep everybody updated. But all right, let's take a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to have Sarah Cantrell from the Warren County Schools in with us. So she is taking over for Grant Swallows today, but we will be right back with more Town Talk. Everybody stick with us.
My door and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon, and I can't sail my
At Redmond's Carpet, they offer a wide range of flooring options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the softness of carpet, the durability of hardwood, the versatility of tile, or the affordability of vinyl, we've got you covered. We also offer luxury in vinyl plank LVP for those who want the look of hardwood with added durability. Serving McMinnville since 1969, Redmond's Carpet, 2512 Old Nashville Highway. Call them at 931-668-4900 for your next flooring option. Redmond's Carpet.
Celebrating a birthday or anniversary? Or just feel like treating yourself on a random Thursday? Call ahead to reserve a table at the Local on Morford. We'll help arrange flowers, wine, even your favorite song. Great food, a gorgeous patio, local hospitality, and no travel required. The Local on Morford, located at 208 East Morford Street in historic downtown McMinnville.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Considering that new Ford vehicle? Now is the time. Don't delay. And at Rogers Valley Ford, save now with the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event before the tariffs hit. Swing by and take a test drive this week. And Rogers has a full lineup of inventory. What's your favorite? Mustangs? A Ford Bronco? At Rogers Valley Ford can put you inside your new Ford F-150, Ford Mavericks in stock and ready for your garage. Now is the best time to buy with Ford Employee Pricing. Plus, buy now before the tariffs begin. Every vehicle is tariff-free with Ford Motor Company employee pricing. You don't want to wait any longer. See the Ford of your choice this week and take a test drive. 111 Auto Lane, Sparta, just off Highway 111. Or see the current in-stock inventory at RogersValleyFord.com. Save now on the new car, truck, or SUV you need before the tariffs. From Ed Rogers Valley Ford, 30 years serving the Upper Cumberland with that friendly hometown feel.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Discover The Well at Tree City. Sip on expertly crafted cocktails, savor fine wines, or enjoy zero-proof sips. There's something for everyone.
Mondays, 2-for-1 beers. Wednesdays, Wind Down with 50% off any bottle of wine. And on Thursdays, get $2 off any well-made libation and delicious bar bites.
Experience the elegant atmosphere and let their knowledgeable bartenders mix up your next favorite drink.
The Well at Tree City, where every pour tells a story.
Cheers to great nights!
Visit The Well at Tree City. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
Good morning. Welcome back to Town Talk with Raven Young. Thanks for being here with us today and getting your morning started. If you need to beat the heat this summer, Pioneer Lanes is the place to be. It's the perfect night out for family and friends. Friday nights for date night, cosmic bowling on Saturday nights, and Sunday is family day. A full kitchen menu is available to help you take care of dinner, and a large newly renovated and expanded arcade for the kids. The perfect place for birthday parties, church or group lock-ins, or team sporting events. The Pro Shop is open for all of you competitive bowlers, located at 200 Hobson Street in McMinnville. We'll see you at the alley. Thanks, Pioneer Lanes, for being a great sponsor of Town Talk. We appreciate them. And we have special guest, Miss Sarah Cantrell, in with us this morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Sorry you get me instead of Dr.
Hey, you know what? I really enjoy being able to mix it up every now and then.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm glad that you were able to come in his place. I appreciate you being willing to be flexible on your schedule a little bit.
He's got a lot going on this week, so I was happy to help out.
Well, thank you. So I know we wanted to kind of talk about a few things that are going on in the school world, and then we might get on a few other topics.
Yeah,
so
you're without a co-host today, so I said I can help
alleviate
any of the load. So you would think in the month of June that there wouldn't be a lot going on.
Oh, but
with
there
the
is.
School system, but there is. So throughout the month of June, we have what we call Acceleration Academy. So that's our form of summer school,
right?
But we don't really want to call it summer school because it kind of has a like a negative connotation. But it's at 9 of our 12 schools, and it's through the month of June,
Okay.
Monday through Thursday. They
So
go
what's-
8 to 3.
What schools don't have summer school? then?
The high school has their own version of credit recovery.
Oh, okay.
And the academies. And
Okay,
then,
gotcha, okay.
Warren Connect, because that's a virtual
Yeah.
school.
Okay,
But
so all the publics, like,
yes,
okay, gotcha.
But if Warren Connect students need to go, they would go to
Mhm.
their zone school.
Okay.
So they're eligible. It's just because there's not
Yeah,
like
it's
a
just a
physical
little
location.
different,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So that's going on right now, and it's really awesome to kind of go in the schools and see it as it's going on, because they
Yeah.
all have their own different themes.
Mhm.
And so some are doing adventure in nature, which, ocean, space,
Mhm.
backyard community. Some are doing inventors from Tennessee. So
okay.
Tennessee sports, Tennessee adventures. Some are doing a fair theme.
Yeah.
And focusing on agriculture and academics together.
Okay.
So
So trying to make it fun for the kids.
It's
that
very
need to go.
interactive. And
Right.
so my older one, Ezra, this is his second year doing it.
Yeah.
Because he's got some developmental delays, some learning delays, and
Okay.
so we make him go.
Yeah.
So he doesn't slide back in the summer, and we call it camp.
Mhm.
But he
Right.
loves it.
Oh,
And
good.
so it's not as rigid as the school year.
Right.
You've got a little bit more flexibility
Mhm.
on what you work with, but it's focused on ELA and math, and then
Okay.
of course some of the stream stuff.
Yeah.
So stream is science, technology, reading, engineering, art, and math.
Okay. They keep adding letters to
They
that.
keep. I know. I had to everybody on Facebook saw me kind of look down at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything in
But
stream.
I say because it used to be, wasn't it just like STEM, and then
STEM.
it was STEAM, and now
Mhm.
it's stream.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So I think we're covering everything at that point. Yeah, it's a great opportunity to prevent that summer slide.
Okay.
Because they're focusing on all
Mhm.
areas, but doing it in a very interactive
Yeah.
way. There's no pressure.
Okay.
They, kids can do it at their own pace.
Mhm.
They get free breakfast. I know that's
Okay.
Ezra's favorite part is that he gets to go to the cafeteria.
I'll tell you what,
Food
is always an important
Yes,
part.
it is, and we're going to talk about
Yes.
food here in a second. That's a good natural transition
Yeah.
in food. So we're just that's what we've got going on right now.
Okay.
So it started last Monday, but it's
Okay.
not too late.
Okay, so if kids or parents still need to sign their kids up, and you said it goes through June?
It goes through the month of June,
Okay.
Monday through Thursday, 8 to 3.
Oh, wow,
And so,
okay.
and you go with your zone school.
And is there any cost to that? Okay, so
No. And so if you've got more information, you can reach out to your student zone school, or you
Okay.
can contact Allison Martin at
Okay.
Central Office
Mhm.
for more information.
Okay, that
Yeah,
sounds like a
so
great.
It is.
A great thing, especially for if parents are struggling maybe with finding a childcare, or being able to go to kids camp or something.
Yes.
They aren't able to do that aspect of it. To have that as an option where your kid can still learn and
Yes.
benefit from it, it sounds like a great program.
It really is.
Because used to, summer school, I mean, it was like,
Right.
I got to go
I
to
have
summer,
to go to summer
yeah.
school. Yeah. It's
But-
that's kind of why we focus more on.
Yeah, but now they're
Acceleration
making
Academy.
it actually kind of fun, and so you want to go. I mean, just
Yep.
like Ezra wants to go.
Ezra wants to go.
Yeah.
And so they also will send free books at the
Cool.
conclusion to kind of encourage kids to
Okay.
keep reading through the month of July before we
right.
reconvene in
Well, and
August.
it's good because the kids will still get a little bit of a break that way. It's not like they're just bombarded with school every single month of the year. So they do
Right.
still have a little bit of a summer, but it helps them to get
Yes.
through to that point. So you, like you said, they don't digress backwards.
Yes, but they do different projects. I know.
Right.
I think maybe Monday or Tuesday of last week, he got in the car and he had moon dust, and it was stuff in a Ziploc bag that
As long
looked
as
like
he
moon
didn't
dust.
open it in the car.
Yeah. But and he was able to tell me, about space and the moon and what
Yeah.
and so it opened him up to that. I don't know that we've
Cool.
really gotten that far yet with
Yeah.
him only being a first grader going into second grade.
Right.
So it's
cool.
it's an awesome program, and
Okay.
so we just want to make sure folks
And what school
know
does he
about
go
it.
to?
He's at West.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
So
All right.
he's enjoying it, and I know plenty of other students who
Mhm.
are enjoying it. It's just a great resource for the students and parents,
Yeah,
like you
right.
said, in our community.
Yeah.
And so but it is Monday through Thursday.
Monday
so
through
don't
Thursday,
make
okay.
the mistake that I made last
Yeah.
year in the first week, showing up on Friday and nobody's there, and I was like, okay,
Ezra was like, dang, I had to get up.
So
Woke up for nothing.
But yeah, and we've got some information about it.
Okay.
on our website. So, but if you've got questions, like I said, you can contact
Reach
your
out.
zone school or
Okay.
central office, and we'll get you some details.
All right. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break before we dive into food. Yes, because we're going to talk more about that when we come back. Sarah is going to be with us for a little while today. So everybody stick around. We'll be right back with more Town Talk.
Warehouse Discount Grocery serving McMinnville and Warren County with the best meats, freshest produce, and the best prices on all your favorite groceries. Fresh 80% lean ground chuck family pack, $3.99 a pound. Preferred Angus beef T-bone steak family packs, $9.99 a pound. Sirloin tip steak family pack, $6.49 a pound. And fresh California strawberries 1 pound package, 3 for $5. Open 7 days a week at 835 Smithville Highway, WDG. That's Warehouse Discount Groceries.
10 years. What an honor to serve our community as Best of the Best Nursing Home for 10 years in a row. Did you know at NHC Healthcare that we offer a specialty in lymphedema treatment, an option for a short respite stay, and lots of local people to serve you and your family? Stop by and visit us at 928 Old Smithville Road and follow our Facebook page at NHC Healthcare McMinnville to see what really makes us the best of the best.
Lester's Body Shop is located at 212 Old Morrison Road in the West Riverside area. Owner Terry Fowler values all of his customers. He is the best place to take your car, truck, van, or SUV for any type of body work. And one estimate from Lester's is all you need. Friendly, professional, reliable, and dependable. That's Terry and the gang at Lester's Body Shop, 212 Old Morrison Road. Call 473-5421.
Where can you go to spend some quality up-close and personal time alone with none other than 3 Star Cinema? Head over to the most affordable and convenient place in town featuring the latest releases fresh on the silver screen. 3 Star Cinema.
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, rated PG-13. Lilo and Stitch 2025, rated PG. Karate Kid Legends, rated PG-13. The Last Rodeo, rated PG. And Final Destination Bloodlines.
Sparta Street, McMinnville. 3 Star Cinema, where the stars come out at night.
Make the places you care about more comfortable and energy efficient with TVA Energy Right. It all starts at EnergyRight.com, where you can find everything you need to lower your energy usage for your home or your business. Contact Caney Fork Electric Energy Advisors Dale or Chris at 931-473-3116 or go to EnergyRight.com to start living and working more energy efficiently. Caney Fork Electric along with EnergyRight.com for all your energy needs. Brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative and TVA.
This is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison. We believe car buying should be simple. No gimmicks, no pressure. Just the largest selection of new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs at the best prices. Our team puts you first, making sure your experience is easy, fast, and stress-free. Come see why more drivers are choosing Reddick Brown Ford. Because when the customer comes first, everything else falls into place. Visit us today or check us out online, ReddickBrownFord.com, where car buying is simple.
Millions estimate their benefits online, so they can do what they want offline. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Good morning. Welcome back to Town Talk with Raven Young. Thanks for being here with us today and getting your Tuesday kicked off right. And we have Sarah Cantrell in with us.
Good morning.
It's weird for me to say Sarah Cantrell.
I know.
I do it every day with Abby, too. I call her Abby Myers, and I'm like, man.
It's hard.
I've known y'all since we were all children, and it's hard for me to say not your maiden name.
Well, Nick still calls me Sarah Fryer.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
How funny.
And so I'm like that. I was the two-namer growing up.
Yeah.
Nobody just called me Sarah. It was Sarah Fryer. And so all of my friends and family still call me that. And so, even when I call, like if I call a local business needing something, I'll say this is Sarah Cantrell, and I can tell whoever it is not connecting the dots.
Who
so I'm like,
is
hey,
Sarah?
it's Sarah Fryer.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So
yes, but Sarah Cantrell is in with us. So you're taking the place of Dr. Grant Swallows today. So I appreciate you doing
Sorry.
that.
Big shoes to
This
fill.
is great. Yeah. No, this is great. Like I said, I like it when y'all mix it up sometimes. So
Yeah.
we can get a little bit of a different perspective. And you're doing so much in your position with the school system and everything, and I think it's fun to hear from your side of it sometimes. So.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a first year, both for me just as a new employee there, but also it being a brand new position.
Right.
So it's kind of been a whirlwind for
Yeah.
anything that's adjacent to
Yeah.
this role.
I will say that somebody actually made the comment because after I text, of course, Dr. Grant Swallows yesterday, and after he responded and said he wasn't going to be able to be here so that you were going to come, we were talking in the office, and somebody said that they have seen such a dramatic improvement, especially on the socials and stuff, with how things are getting out there and shared with the school system, and people are able to have more awareness, and so it's really great what you're doing. I mean,
Well,
people
thank
are
you.
seeing it and noticing it, and I think you're doing an incredible
Well,
job.
all that credit goes to the school board because
Yeah.
they're the ones who, started that conversation of we think we need
somebody in that
this.
position. Yeah.
And then, the rest of the credit goes to all the faculty and staff because everybody has really been supportive
Yeah.
of that for it to have not existed prior.
Right.
And so folks are great at sending the information or making sure. And, we can't cover everything,
Right.
but everybody's been understanding that they send it anyways. And if
If you can,
we
you can.
we can. And so we just try to, and you look at your, faculty and staff, and it as a parent, you feel like, well, there's them and then there's us. Well, they're parents too,
Yeah.
or grandparents, or
Right.
aunt, uncles, so we're kind of all in this together. And so on our side, inside the school system, it's like, okay, we have family members or friends who are, students in the system too. So how would we want to be communicated to if we take the faculty and staff hat off and put
Parent hat,
the stakeholder hat
Oh,
on?
yeah.
And so that's what we do. So if we feel like it's something that parents or community need to know,
Yeah.
we put it out there.
There
so,
you go.
Well,
thanks for what you do, though.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the first year flew by. So this summer we're kind of trying to catch our breath and go, okay, what do we want to? How do we want to keep the momentum going? And what do we want to add to it in this next year?
Well, I
So-
appreciate y'all willing to come on Town Talk every month and, talk about everything that's going on. And I know we were talking about food, so that's a big thing. So,
Food.
and it's something also that I've been seeing a lot on my Facebook page, on like the news talking about it, because a lot of people, I guess, don't think about it as much. Like school's out, so
Right.
But there's new programs and stuff now to help those kids that still need that food.
Yes.
For them to be able to get it and have access to it.
So we have an amazing school nutrition department, an amazing director, Miss Terry Mulligan. And so we've had a summer food program in the past, and it changed. And so we were able to pivot this year with our summer food program and go through USDA and ETHRA, which is the East Tennessee Human Resources Agency. So essentially, there's no income requirement. There's no demographic. The only requirement is that it's for any kid younger than 18 years old.
Okay.
So there's a form.
Yeah.
It's
and
on
they
our
don't even
website.
have to be in the school system,
They
right?
don't have
so it
to
can
be a
be
student.
younger.
That's
Okay.
exactly right. And so there's a form you just fill out, and that's really just to let school nutrition know that you want to be included in the summer food pickup. So it's once a week on Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. In the month of June, we have 2 drop-offs. We have West and the middle school.
Okay.
And then in July, it'll be West only. And so right now, we've got 1,100 signed up for it. And
That's
so
a lot of kids.
you just submit this form. It can be dropped off. It can be emailed. The form is on our website. If you go to warrenschools.com and the departments and go to the nutrition department, it's at the very top of the page. There's an English version and a Spanish version.
Okay.
You just fill it out, send it in, and you'll be included in the drop-off. So you'll come once a week. And and you don't have any time between 10 and 2:30.
Okay.
You can come
so
and pick
no
up. So it works.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
just anytime show up that time, you can get the food.
And the first time you go, they'll give you a tag for your car.
Okay.
And so they'll know how many kids, because you can sign up. Well, you may have multiple kids in your household that
Right.
you want food
Yeah.
for. And so they'll have it recorded how much
Okay.
you're picking up or for how many kids you're picking up.
Okay.
So
And it can be for different, like it can be for the whole week. It can be for, right? Or is it just all breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
it's
How is
7
it?
breakfasts and 7 lunch.
Okay.
Is It's a weird plural
Yeah, it
there.
is.
But it's 7 days of
Okay.
breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
So
All right.
just in the first, May 29th.
Yeah, because you were talking about some massive numbers.
Yeah, we've got 1,100 signed up at West and roughly 250 signed up at the middle school.
Okay.
So last Thursday was our second food pickup day. It started on May 29th. And so
Okay.
this past Thursday was the second one.
Okay.
Handed out 941 bags at West and 259 bags at the middle school for a total of 1,200 bags. So altogether in those bags, there were 8,400 lunches and 8,400 breakfasts.
That is absolutely insane. That is so much food that is just literally to help the public
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, more than
And
anything.
it's quality food.
Yeah.
It's, nutritious food.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, I mean, I saw pictures of it. There
Yeah.
were fruits, there was
Yes.
milk, all the stuff that the
Yes.
kids need and generally kids like.
Yes.
So,
so if your student is in Acceleration Academy in summer school this year, they're already signed up for it.
Okay.
So on Thursdays they will be sent home with a
With-
weekend worth
okay.
of breakfast and lunch.
All right.
And so Ezra's gotten it, and fresh fruit,
Yeah.
milk, chocolate milk, some prepackaged food. I mean, it's stuff that's shelf stable.
Right.
And he's a very picky eater.
Okay.
And
he's still eating it. Great.
yeah, so.
But I mean, just to have that extra resource, especially for a family that might not be able, because I remember growing up, we were a family of 5 kids. Kids eat a lot of food,
They do.
especially during the summer. I'm
Yes.
bored, so they're just going to go eat snacks.
Yes.
And then they're going through so much food. And so sometimes, especially with the cost of groceries right now, too, cost of groceries have risen. And so it might be hard for some families to be able to have enough food for the entire summer. So to have this resource where it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, anything like that, you can just sign up to make sure that your kids are fed for the summer.
Yes.
That is awesome.
It is. It's really amazing. And, we're very fortunate in our county and blessed with the resources that we have. And I think something that's been a huge eye opener for me coming on board is how many disadvantaged folks that
Right.
we have. And you don't think about that. So
Yeah.
every time we had a weather call to make during the winter,
Yeah, you got to think about that.
we were always thinking about, okay, if we close school,
Who's not going to eat?
yeah. And so there were times where folks wanted to be closed and we didn't.
Right.
But the reason why we didn't is because it's like, is this worth closing? And somebody
Right.
may be going without food today.
Yeah.
And so that's why we were so thrilled that school nutrition was able to pivot
Yeah.
once the state summer food program kind of went away
Right.
into this without really skipping a beat.
It's so sad that there are underprivileged children out there because the kids have no control over it, but it's so sad that they're in that situation. And like you said, a lot of people don't realize it until you actually see it firsthand and understand it. But there are those kids out there that need that extra help, and programs like this are critical to helping them succeed in life.
And I really personally love this program because you don't have those demographic markers.
Right.
So it can be anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Disadvantages come in different
Right.
shapes and sizes and forms. And so it's a need that our nutrition department was able to fill.
Yeah.
And just huge kudos. They're rock stars. They really are.
Yeah. I mean, because they're having to prepare all these, everything. I mean,
yes.
Even if it's a prepackaged something, they're still having to fill the bags, make sure everybody has the accurate amount and that kind of thing. But so are there prepared meals in it too, or is it just all shelf stable stuff?
Oh, there's some prepared stuff.
Yeah.
But I think most of it is to think, okay, can this make it through
the week,
sitting out 2 or 3 days?
Yeah.
So of course your milk and some of your
Right.
perishable food items need to go
Yeah.
in climate controlled refrigerators.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that can go on the shelf.
The fruit would be something that I imagine. I know friends that have said, I don't know how my kid eats this much fruit, but
Yeah.
that's something that a lot of kids just love, whether it's bananas
Oh,
or,
sure.
whatever. And so having that fruit too. And fruit's expensive.
It is, and there were bananas and apples in this first round this last weekend, and little sister kept sneaking the apples out of his bags.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We were finding half-eaten apples all over the because she's the fruit kid. She
Okay.
loves like the
Yeah.
vegetables and fruits, and he's not.
Yeah.
He likes prepackaged
stuff
processed.
As long as he's eating, really, I guess that's what matters.
We sneak some vitamins in there that
Yeah.
he's not aware of.
Okay,
But
yeah.
So that's why I was saying. I mean, we've got opposite ends of the food
Right.
preference table, and they both were interested in
Yeah,
it. So,
everybody's
mhm.
eating it. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break here in just a second because I want to dive into something not necessarily school related, but I
Yeah.
want to talk about a little bit about the lot discussion that has been going
Yeah.
on in downtown. There's been some proposals put forth on some things that, because you're very invested in our community as well, not necessarily just only the school system, but you've been a part of the tourism board before. You're very invested in our community. So I kind of want to get your take and talk a little bit about the
Okay.
lot.
Yeah.
And we might even do a school related game here in a little bit.
Let's do it.
So some kind of like trivia questions or something. So we've still got a lot to go with Sarah Cantrell with us. So don't go too far because we'll be right back with more Town Talk.
Uptown got its hustlers, the Bowery got its bums. 42nd Street got Big Jim, a Walker, he a bull shooting son of a gun. Yeah, he big and dumb as a man can come.
Looking for the ultimate lawn mowing machine? Check out the heavy-duty commercial mowers from Skag Power Equipment. With speeds up to 16 miles per hour and high-performance engine options like fuel injection and liquid cooling, Skag mowers can take lawn care to the next level. Proudly made in the USA for nearly 40 years, Skag is simply the best mower you can buy. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive for more info and great deals.
When you join Durham School Services, you'll embark on a rewarding journey, developing connections with students as part of a community that feels like family. You'll have flexible hours, competitive pay, and a career that has a positive impact on the well-being and future of students. Durham School Services has immediate opportunities for school bus drivers. Want more information? Text JOBS to 63552 or visit careers.nellc.com. It's all about the journey, theirs and yours.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business makes good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
Tennessee summers are the best, grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers synchronous multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to expand your Wi-Fi coverage area like Ben Lomond Connect. Plus, BLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 value Weber grill or one of 9 free internet monthly bill credits. All you have to do is send a picture of your family grilling, chilling, and streaming to marketing at benlomond.org along with your name, address, and phone number by August 31st. Not a customer? Don't delay and call your local BLC office today. Some exclusions may apply.
Wait a minute, baby. Stay with me, why?
Good morning. Welcome back to Town Talk with Raven Young. Thanks for being here with us today. And we have special guest, Miss Sarah Cantrell, on with us. This morning we have been talking all things school system related, summer school or not
Accelerated
Academy, not summer school, but and then the food program.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought we might shift gears a little bit.
Okay, let's do it.
So the city of McMinnville has recently put out a proposal A and a proposal B. So this has been something that has been in the talks for quite a while now of potentially developing what everybody knows as the lot in downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the grass lot where the ice skating rink goes at Christmas time, next to Paul Holder Realty. They're kind of on the corner of Court Square and Main Street, which is a beautiful lot. I mean, it really is. But I think we've been discussing how to develop it to make it more utilized. And then also I know bathrooms have been, public restrooms have been a major discussion. I know that downtown businesses, that's what we always hear from them is that, especially when we have large events and stuff, that we need a public restroom. And so developing the lot to be better utilized is something that's been in discussion. But so they put out a proposal A and a proposal B.
Yes.
And have just kind of started the discussion there. So what's kind of your opinion on developing that lot for something for a use of this nature?
I think it has great potential. Like you said, it's beautiful. There's different events on it, whether it's private tenant events or if it's a special awareness month. Local organizations, the flags can be used for it. Christmas in the Park, Flip the Switch, and then, of course, in recent years, the rink at Christmas time. And so it's got great potential. So I was very intrigued by, I guess, what was it, Example A and Example B on the lot. And so I think it could be snazzed up a little bit with some trees and landscaping. And I can remember, and I'm sure almost all of our listeners can too, when we had huge trees on Court Square. And so
it was literally called the park.
Yes, so I would love to get back to that. I think that's when we still had a gazebo. I can remember Dad playing the Silver and Gold Band in the gazebo on the 4th of July and stuff. Yes, exactly. So it's got all the potential. I lean toward option B, which gives it some more flexibility and versatility. If it's used for events of different natures, you don't want to kind of cut your nose off to spite your face and fill it in with all these things that then kind of takes away from using it.
And option B does still have some big trees in it proposed kind of on the outside corners of it, but leaving the middle more open. So you can find these on the city's website. There's also a video from the city of McMinnville where they actually had it presented. That you can go back and watch it. My first thought is kind of like what you're saying. I like the landscaping in Proposal A just because it does bring in more trees and stuff, but it limits you to what you can do. So then I would lean more towards option B because it leaves the center open because I really think the ice skating rink needs to be downtown.
Well, we learned very quickly. Was that not this past Christmas, but the one before?
They tried to move it, and everybody revolted.
It was... I was very surprised.
It was like instantaneous.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I know that I think Nolan and everybody at the city does an incredible job, but
Absolutely.
I know that day was really tough for them.
Yeah, but they, they listened.
Yeah,
and
they did.
It was awesome. But for that to be a newer attraction, you usually see something like that if you try to change something that's been done for a very long time.
Right.
And so I didn't really think that folks had gotten that attached to the rink in just a year or two. But
I just think it adds to the overall character
of
the Christmas in downtown of having that down there.
It does. And so, and I know there's been issues with it and it kills the grass. And I know there's been some conversations about turf, and I understand that feeling like that might be a quick fix, but you hate to take away real grass.
Right.
And so I know it doesn't feel like there's one perfect solution for that spot just yet, but I think we could get there.
I think so too.
But if you want that to be a draw downtown, and then are there, I don't know if they're discussing. I know there's a stage, so I don't know if that's for Main Street Live or like if it's going to stay on the West Lawn.
I think it would be for multiple events because I know that the city, of course, they have their stage that they set up for a lot of events all the time, and so if there was a permanent stage in place, that would take away that workload of having to consistently set up a stage for every event, whether it's Christmas in the Park, Flip the Switch, all the different stuff that happens that they currently set up a stage for. I think to be able to have some musical events there would be really, really cool as well. I'm not sure if what that would hold like for Main Street Live, because then we're also talking about closing streets, and that's also a hot button topic that we might not get into today.
I love where Main Street Live is right now. But
I do too. I do too. And I'm so thankful for Security Federal that they let us have it there. They're great.
They are.
But having the stage, I think, would be a great asset.
It would.
Also, it would have like a visitor type center, which we don't really kind of have in full yet. Have somebody that would man that with information, maps, things like that, but also the public restrooms. So I think everything kind of incorporated into that is theoretically a great idea.
Yeah.
My big thing from proposal A to proposal B is I really hate the sculpture in proposal A. Hate is a strong word, but I really don't like it. My opinion on it is that it's a very modern sculpture.
It is.
That does not fit within the
historic district.
Yeah, it just doesn't match the vibe of everything. You know, I mean, we have a historic district. A lot of our buildings are from early 1900s, late 1800s. The style period is very different. I know we were talking earlier that sculpture would fit more in like a more modern arts district.
Yes.
Not necessarily that. So I like in the proposal B, it says meet me at the lot in big letters where people could like take pictures with it, whether it says meet me at the lot or McMinnville or, you know, something. I like that a little bit better than this kind of abstract sculpture.
Yes.
So that would be my opinion on that. But also proposal B kind of leaves the middle wide open, so it leaves a lot of flexibility for if somebody does rent the lot out for has a tent there or wants to, there's a concert and people need lawn chairs put out or the ice skating rink or whatever it is, there's a little bit more flexibility there.
Yeah, and there's also some things that I saw the renderings and then kind of read through some comments briefly about different things that people wanted to see and just some things that folks need to think about when it comes to the lot. So
because a lot of people don't actually think.
Well, you know, it looks great, you know, when it's a drawing and it's a vision, but then you've got to
figure out a way to make it happen, like actually make it happen.
There's theory and there's practice, and so we definitely need outdoor dining downtown. We've got so many restaurants downtown, and only a couple of them have the option for outdoor dining. And so I love the opportunity for just in your day to day to have people utilize the lot with outdoor dining.
Yeah.
And that can be year round.
I
It
agree.
can be used for parades or you know, when the rink is up, or if it's a different event, or if it's just a regular Tuesday and you want to go sit downtown and eat.
Since we put the we bought 5 picnic tables, Main Street McMinnville did. Since we've put those out, there's constantly people out there eating on them. I think we're actually looking at getting an additional couple because they've been utilized so much. But that is something that, one, it just feels kind of so cozy to be able to go pick up your lunch and then just go eat outside on a beautiful day, like what today's going to be, you know, to have that flexibility. But like you're saying, for events and stuff too, for that additional seating and dining in downtown outside is very important.
And nothing against picnic tables. You don't, they need it. You need to invest in the seating. It needs to feel like, you know, more urban areas where outdoor dining is a way of life.
Right, it is.
It needs to, if you want to draw some folks in. So I loved the outdoor dining in the renderings. The second thing, public restrooms.
Yeah.
I have seen and spoken to business owners who are for public restrooms and some who aren't.
Yeah.
What you've got to keep in mind with the lot, and this is twofold, and I'll roll this into the next topic of conversation with this, is downtown is still a business district.
It is.
And so some businesses benefit from the foot traffic of folks wanting to come in and use their restrooms.
Right.
But then if it's a special event day, they can be bombarded and it can disrupt.
So much.
Yes. And so if we have public restrooms, there needs to be parameters set on them where they're not open all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe only during special events or city business hours.
Yeah,
or
the daytime hours, not necessarily open all overnight or anything, because there are other things that then come with that. If they're just and they need to be maintained, you know, there's a lot that goes into it.
It's a slippery slope. And public restrooms are actually not a part of tourism. So back when the tourism board was still its own thing before it became a department in the city, we actually looked at this, and tourism is any event or attraction that will draw people in from more than 50 miles away. People are not going to aren't driving 50 miles away to use a public restroom. So you've got to look at the logistics of all of that. And really the only way to do it is to see and benchmark other communities like ours who have maybe done that recently and who's doing it well. Because you can look at both sides and say, oh, it could really work and help this way, but it could really hurt.
I know that
and be a detriment in another
when
way.
I've gone to other, specifically I'm thinking when I went to Europe and we went to Liechtenstein and we were on a bus that took us and dropped us off, and literally the first thing everybody went was to use the restroom because we'd been on the bus for over an hour, but we were going to be spending the whole day there in their little downtown and stuff, and having the access to those public restrooms, especially whether you're an older somebody that is having trouble with mobility and they can't walk a far distance to the restaurant where there's one restroom or something. So I think having the public restrooms, and I also think about it from our downtown aspect of that a lot of our buildings are older and some of their sewer systems haven't been updated as far as from the building itself. Now, even if our sewer system on the outside of the building is newer, the actual sanitary lines, but the inside may not be able to withstand people consistently using it. And so having a public restroom option in those instances, I think, is really important.
And the fix for that may be the visitor center. And so I know that's part of the plans, and that could be, there's somebody housed in there and that can, manage the restrooms. And so at the end of the day, it's all great conversation. It's all a good problem to have that we're having these conversations. But the only other
part
thing,
of it means that we have people visiting
we
here.
have people visiting.
We need these things.
And so the only other thing that I think that I saw that keeps kind of coming up too is a splash pad.
Yeah, I've seen it over and over again.
So I think a splash pad would be great.
Yeah.
Not in a business district.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got to imagine.
People running around in bathing suits on Main Street.
This is our municipal district. Yeah. This is our business district. This is our Main Street. And if you put a splash pad right there, you've got, like you said,
people running in bathing suits on Main Street.
So I think it would be awesome to have a splash pad installed, but I think
not
it would
in that location.
Make more sense to have it in one of our parks.
Yeah,
Whether
I
we
agree.
could find a spot at Riverfront or Pepper Branch, or where folks are already down there doing water activities, or if the jungle gym ever becomes refurbished, it can be for folks who, maybe you want to do the splash pad, but not the full-blown pool experience. I mean, there's options there, but you've got to keep in mind that this is a business district.
Yeah, and actually, our downtown is the highest concentration of commercial business in the entire county.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is business district very much. We have the most concentrated amount of commercial businesses.
Yeah.
So, something to think about.
It is something to think about, and like I said, it's all good problems to have. And it's just funny that a vacant lot from a burned down building has turned into such a football for economic development and what folks want to see with it. So I'm kind of excited to see what comes from it. I didn't watch the meeting. I don't know what Bowman
I haven't watched the full meeting either. I've just seen the pictures and like you have read the comments and stuff. But I do need to go watch the full meeting and kind of see what their discussion was from the actual presentation and who presented it.
But I think it's cool. If we end up with a visitor center, I think I saw Alderman Kirby say, let's call it Dogwood Common or something like, let's do it the right way.
Yeah.
I think that could be
really cool,
really beneficial. And then, that momentum just rolls into other things.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, we got to take a quick break, but we've still got a few minutes with you.
Okay.
So we're going to come back and
play a game.
Yeah, I think we're going to play a game to lighten the mood a little bit. So everybody stick with us. We'll be right back with more Town Talk.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. A regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me.
Ascension St. Thomas River Park is here to listen to you because caring for you is our number one priority. Ascension Care Teams start by understanding you, your health, and your life to deliver care that's right for you. Now offering cardiac CT angiography services, a non-invasive cardiac exam that looks at the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart and can detect if plaque has narrowed the coronary arteries. The compassionate, personalized care you've come to expect is right here in McMinnville. We're more than just a hospital, ER, and a clinic. We want to give you hope, health, and strength.
Getting a loan can sometimes be confusing and intimidating. You may have questions before you make the decision to borrow money. If you need help with a car, home, or personal loan, I'd be glad to talk it over with you. Come by and see me, Meredith Woodley, or any of our lending team. At Security Federal Savings Bank, we look forward to helping you find the answers you need to feel at ease with your next purchase. That's Security Federal Savings Bank, the friendliest bank in town. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
McMinnville, you're a part of me. McMinnville, Tennessee. There's nothing like you anywhere around. I'm proud to say you're my hometown.
This is Christy Partain with Graves Family Pharmacy, and we check all the boxes when it comes to family, community, and patient care. We have the best drive-thru in town where you will be greeted with a smile, and you can talk to us while being fully protected from the sun and the rain. Why go to a big box store when you can talk with local people that truly care about you and your family? Follow us on Facebook and feel free to ask questions. Come see us on Main Street at Graves Family Pharmacy, where you are much more than just a name and date of birth.
McMinnville, Tennessee.
Douglas and Lanier, that's where I choose to be. Douglas and Lanier, that's the agency for me.
For rock-solid insurance coverage or sound financial planning for my family's future, Douglas and Lanier is where I choose to call home.
Call Douglas and Lanier, your local Erie agents, at 811 Faulkner Springs Road, McMinnville, at 931-474-0044.
Did you know that NHC was the first Medicare-certified home health care agency in Tennessee? NHC Home Care has been committed to providing exceptional care. The reason for our success, we hire great clinicians who go above and beyond for our patients. And one of those is Jamie Harriman. Jamie has been practicing for over 32 years. When asked what she loves most about her job, she stated, seeing my patients get better and gain their independence back. So remember, when you need home health care services, ask for NHC Home Care and experience the NHC difference. Serving you for over 50 years.
Talk Radio WBMC McMinnville, 960 AM and 97.7 FM. WBMCRadio.com.
Really not sure.
Early in the morning, rising to.
Good morning. Welcome back to Town Talk with Raven Young. Thanks for being here with us today and getting your morning started. And Sarah, you kind of have a connection to our next sponsor of this segment.
Okay.
So it's Pure Wealth Partners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dan and CK.
Yes.
So whether your goal is retirement, planning for a loved one's college, preparing in case something happens to you, or simply saving for a rainy day, we have the tools and resources to make your goals happen. As small business owners and longtime financial professionals, we know and appreciate what it takes to plan for and thrive when life and the market puts speed bumps in your path. We aim to provide better ways to deal with surprises as they arise and how to stay the course even when it seems difficult. You can call Pure Wealth Partners at 931-507-7873. Local partners in financial success, and they are located at 1511 Sparta Street in the historic Magnus home.
PWP.
There you go. I should have asked if you knew the phone number, so you could have said it for
I know
me.
the phone number.
You probably haven't memorized.
507 Pure.
Yeah,
is what it comes out to.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There you go.
But I was fortunate to be on the inside of that operation for a few years. They are the best of the best.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes. I appreciate them being a sponsor of Town Talk, though.
Yeah.
Dan and CK support so many things
They
in
do.
our community.
They get
so
it.
They're really great. Pure
Yeah.
Wealth Partners. You should give them a call. Go visit them.
Yes.
And you can just go see the cool house.
Yes.
the
Magnus
home.
house. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I'm so glad that they decided. I hated it when y'all left downtown.
Oh, sure.
I really hated it.
That was hard.
Yeah, but the house that they're in now for their business.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got big plans for it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch them restore it
Yeah.
as they go.
Really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, Connor, you want to, I thought it might be kind of fitting to do a school test while Sarah's here, since she's in the school system. So,
boy.
what study or what, I guess, do you have for us today?
So for copyright issues,
Okay.
this is, do you look like a genius compared to a child?
Okay. Okay.
Not that other show.
Okay, got
Hosted
it.
with Jeff Foxworthy.
Okay.
Got it.
And these are questions from that show that may or may not have existed.
Okay. All
We
right.
also have backing music.
Let's
Raven,
see
you're
what.
gonna hate it.
Okay.
Okay.
More copyright issues.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what you got. Oh, well, hold on first. Are we just seeing
I'm
who
giving y'all
answers
the
first? Or
Yeah, whoever answers first.
Okay, all right.
This first category is geography and landmarks.
Oh, man.
How are we feeling?
Okay, not good. I didn't like geography very
I did
much.
not either. Let's do it.
Well, that's unfortunate. What is the largest country in the world by land area?
Russia.
There we go. 1 point for Sarah.
I got it right.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably
I'm
keep
using
our
mine.
own score because Connor doesn't keep score very well.
I just don't keep score. There's not even a
That's
well
a
about
good
it.
quality to have.
What is the name of the ancient amphitheater located in the heart of Rome?
Parthenon?
Nope.
No.
The Colosseum.
Oh, Colosseum.
Another point for Sarah.
There you go, Sarah. That was right. The Parthenon is not an amphitheater.
Have you ever
sorry.
seen it? Have you ever been there?
Mm-mm.
It's amazing.
No, I would love to.
Amazing.
All
I did
right.
watch the Lizzie McGuire movie the
Yeah,
other night.
no,
though.
I mean, it's the same. I went on one of those old educational tours in high school.
Yeah.
So,
What is the highest waterfall in the world located in Venezuela?
Can't even guess. I don't know.
Angel Falls.
Yeah, I never would have gotten that.
I don't know that I've heard of it.
Me neither.
Okay.
There we go. Sarah's beating me.
Left a point on the table.
Which desert is the largest hot desert in the world?
Sahara.
Correct. I'm both.
We
of
both
y'all
got that
one.
Got that one. Same time. All right.
What is the capital of Canada?
Ontario?
Nope.
What's the other one?
I don't know if I know another Canadian
It does start with
city.
an O, though.
Oh, not Omaha. That's not in Canada.
Nope.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
in
don't know.
Kansas is really upset with you right now. Ottawa.
Ottawa. I wouldn't have got that one.
All right, this will be the last one in this.
Okay, last geography.
Yeah. Can we get out
Which
of this
mountain
category?
range is considered the natural divider between Europe and Asia?
Himalayas.
Nope. You can take a guess.
No.
The Ural Mountains.
Haven't even heard of that.
Yeah,
All right.
now.
All right. Yep. Let's move on from geography.
I only know the Himalayas because of the fair ride.
That's also fair. This next one
Do
is
you want to go faster?
history and heroes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
This one will be easy.
Okay.
Which major conflict was fought between the northern and southern
Civil
states?
War.
There we go. Good job. The ancient
You would have
civilization.
gotten that
yeah,
one if
yeah.
I let him finish. So.
Yes. Civil War.
Which ancient civilization built the pyramids of Giza?
The Mayans?
Nope.
Oh.
Incans.
Nope. The ancient Egyptians.
Oh.
Pyramids.
I just went where she went.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
She does lead people astray. Which great leader was a pivotal figure in ancient Rome and paved the way for the empire?
Julius Caesar.
There we go.
We both get that one. Okay. Good job. This is decent. Yeah.
Who is often called the father of the Constitution for his key role in framing?
John Adams.
No, the U.S. government.
Benjamin
Hamilton?
Franklin?
Nope.
Neither.
Thomas Jefferson.
Nope. James Madison.
Madison. I just watched Hamilton the other night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
All right.
Sorry,
Which
Dad.
explorer
My
is
dad's yelling
credited
at me.
with discovering, quote unquote?
Columbus.
There you go. Let's see.
I'm just guessing.
These are not
Explorer.
hard,
Yeah.
as I just missed James Madison.
Which ill-fated ship sank on its maiden voyage in 1912?
Titanic.
Yep,
There we go.
Titanic. I did go to that museum recently.
Did you?
It was great.
I'm sure.
In Gatlinburg.
I literally asked that for you, Raven.
I know, but Sarah did what I did and not letting you finish the question.
Yeah, sorry. That should be a rule. Maybe we'll let you finish the question.
Okay, well, rule
That
that,
won't
and
happen
state
here. It's
that
fine.
now.
Okay.
What wall became the global symbol of division during the Cold War in Europe?
I was going to say the Great Wall of China, but that was not there.
No.
I know that's not there.
The Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Who? I think we got time for a few more.
Yeah.
Who led the Soviet Union through the tumultuous years of World War II? Great mustache.
Hitler.
No, that's Germany, not Soviet Union.
Stalin?
Yeah.
Stalin. Oh, man, guys, I'm just really bad at this.
All right, we'll ask one more of these, then we'll go to science and inventions.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I'm bad at science, too. Can we do math questions? I like math.
I don't know if there's a math one on here. I haven't gone down
All
that far.
right, let's go.
Who was a formidable conqueror who founded the vast Mongol Empire?
Oh, Khan. Right?
Correct. Yeah, we'll take that.
Khan?
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, yeah.
All right, let me see if there's a math
There's a
thing.
show on Netflix, maybe. Marco
Oh,
Polo.
Yeah, Marco Polo.
It's really good. It's really
Is
good.
it a documentary?
No,
Oh,
and it only had one season, I think,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
really good.
Netflix, okay. Marco Polo. Have you ever seen Con Air? That's what Connor was talking about this morning.
It-
with
with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I haven't ever seen it.
It's probably.
You at least knew what it
There's
was.
only one Nicolas Cage franchise that I watch. It's National Treasure.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We have to expand our horizons,
That's
Sarah.
fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, you got
You
just
made me
a-
scroll down too far, so now we're at riddles and logic puzzles.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
I am tall when I am young and short when I'm old. When I am old, what am I?
Wait, what?
I am tall when I am young and short when I am old. What am I?
Great radio silence here.
I know.
I have no idea. That
Hey?
Pay?
Hey.
Hey.
No. A candle.
Oh, I would have never.
Okay.
I would've
Yeah,
never.
I don't know that riddles is going to be my forte.
What about
here.
logic?
All right. Let's see. They're
All
all
right.
just
You
bound
got
together. All right.
30
we'll just do this
seconds,
last
Connor.
one. What has keys but can't open locks?
Pianos.
Correct.
That was good. Good job.
That one was a pretty easy one. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not sure that I would pass TCAP.
But,
Oh,
you know,
listen. We just did the
I know.
simulation,
I know,
and
yeah.
I didn't
Everybody
take
seemed
it.
to do pretty good on it, though.
They did.
Yeah.
I just was like the documentarian of the event. But yeah, the parts where you have to like listen to
Yeah.
the teacher read the question and then
Oh,
answer.
I could not do that. I hate when people read to me.
Well, we could all benefit from practicing listening to other people.
think so,
but
too.
It's hard because you
Mhm.
have to not only comprehend and
Yeah.
register, but recall and remember. So fascinating
Well,
stuff.
Sarah is the winner. Good
barely.
job. You work in the school system, so I think you're probably more prepared than I am in that
I
instance.
don't know.
But you also have
way
to
to try to
help your
discredit
kid.
her win.
No. I'm saying that she has more experience than I do in this. That's why she's able to win.
Exposure.
But you also have kids, so you get to help them too.
That's true.
I would say that you learn from exposure there, experience. So
Great song.
good job. All right, Sarah, thanks for being here with
Thank
us
you.
today. This has been fun.
It has been fun.
Yeah, and I know we're going to have you back on another time because
Okay.
I have some other topics I want to hit
Let's
with you.
do it.
but-
We can do all the hot topics.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being here with us today on Town Talk. My name is Raven Young. We will be back tomorrow morning at 7 on Wednesday, June 11th. So we'll see you then.
Not a present for your friends to open.